This here is a Porsche GT3 RS. This is my dream car. I'm gonna park it over here for now. Okay. All right, I'm gonna share with you today. We're gonna talk about balance. You're probably thinking, what does that toy have to do with balance? Well, I'm about to tie it all in for you, okay? The thing is that there's a little boy in every man and there's a little girl in every woman. So you just got the little boy for the first few seconds, okay? So here's what I'm talking about. That Porsche, like I said, was my dream car. But here's the story behind the Porsche. My sons and I had the opportunity of doing the Porsche experience down in Georgia. Had a blast. I mean, you can take and launch those things. You could take and go fast with them, but they let you ride in the car with a professional driver first, and he takes you all around the course and stuff like that. And it costs a little money, but it's well worth it. It's money well spent. It's an experience you will never forget. So my son, my two boys and I, we had the opportunity to go do that. So we're very grateful and thankful. We had a blast. So the thing is that one thing about those Porsches is that these cars, not this one, these cars are engineered to the max. I mean, they are high performance. Some of you guys, they have these. No, they're high performance, top of the line. When they build them off the assembly line, they come ready to run. You hear me? They come packing a punch. You know, and you get behind one of these bad boys, you drive one, you got you a lion. You got you a wild bull under the hood, and you got to know how to tame that bad boy. But one thing about that Porsche is that it's important that this Porsche has good tires. Probably can't see that too well. It's important it has good tires on it. You know what's also important? It's important that this high performance vehicle that is balanced. Because when you get at high speeds, that thing needs to be in tune. All of this needs to be working together, in balance, in sync. Okay? So the thing is, when you're out running at high speeds, that's not the time to check the tires. When you're out going around them curves, it's not to check, see if it's balanced. They're engineered to run and run very fast. Okay? You're engineered to run and run very fast. Okay? So here's the thing here. What I'm going to talk to you about is that when these Porsches are built, they're built to go fast. But you want to know what? You were built to go fast. You were built to go around the curves of life and get through there safely, as long as you're in balance. What do I mean by that? What do I mean by that? Well, when you look at balance, okay, I'm going to talk about them 4 tires. In the front, this is if I turn the car. If I turn this car upside down, and this is the tires. This is what you're looking at, okay? So if this is upside down, or better yet, I'm just gonna make these tires as they sit, just like this. This is the car sitting like that, okay? So I hope you follow me on this, okay? With that, I kind of look at life this way. As I go through life, I put it in 4 quadrants. You have a spiritual tire, a mental tire, a physical tire, and a financial tire. Okay? All these are tires. And the thing is that when I think about these tires, it's like, you know, we go to Discount Tire to get our vehicles and stuff, to get our tires rotated. They have great plans, and I love working with them. They're on top of their game, okay? But we're going to talk about these tires here. Your tires. Your tires, okay? Now, for some people, their tires is a financial tire. And they got a lot of tread on it. They got a lot of money, man. They got a lot of money. They got a lot of money. Okay? And in today's society, that's number one. That's how they judge success. Oh, he's successful. She's successful. And they base it because they're doing very well for themselves. But see, the thing is, you may see someone, they're in great shape. So that physical tire, oh man, that joker's in good shape. You know, you go to the gym, you see a woman or a man, he's a stud or she's a studette, and it's like, wow, you can see there's some tread. But then we have where that's very important. That's how the world looks at it. Is that, you know, hey, I'm financially, I'm good. I'm physically, look at me. Look at me. Don't that look beautiful? Okay? So the thing is that you have the financial and the physical. But then we have these other tires, the spiritual and the mental. Now, here's the thing. How's your tread? How's your tread on your Porsche? On you? You is built to perform. But see, the thing is that we have been focusing on the financial and the physical, which are things that the world and everybody else can see. So this is seen. The spiritual and the mental is something that no one can really see because it's invisible. So it's unseen. Now, these things manifest sometimes through people's actions. You'll see it manifested, you know, some devils or something, okay, or some crazy behavior, okay? So that the devil stuff and the crazy stuff, you know, some people need a little help. And we all do it one time or another, right? So the thing is, where's your focus? What is it that you're focused on? Oh, is it just the physical things and the financial things everybody can see? Because see, the thing is, we're going through life. You know, if we flip this upside down, with this being number 1, this being number 3, and this being number 4. Sometimes we wonder why the lock ain't unlocking. Because we got the combination wrong. Sometimes we got the cart in front of the horse. And sometimes people are going this way. Because they're leading out with the financial and physical. They judge everything based on how you doing and what can you do for me lately? You know, oh, chasing the bag, okay? Chasing the bag. Let me tell you something. There's certain things that money can't buy. It can't buy it. It can't buy you help. There's a guy, he made a thing, Apple, had all this money, had all of this. Bags of it, truckloads of it, but could not buy time. See, the most important thing is not money, it's time. It's time. Because we're only here for a flicker. So with that in mind, time is that some people will give all their money. I heard it put this way. Some people will spend all their life to get this thing, wealth. But in their latter years, they'll spend all of this to get their health. Let that sink in for a second. They'll spend all of this that they worked, they spent dedicated their life to all of this and some of this just to get a little bit more time. A little bit more time. Let me tell you something. Time's going by so fast, you can't keep up with it. Hit a stopwatch. See how fast them seconds move. You can't keep up with that. So the thing is that what we need to do, and what I want to encourage you to do, is maybe put your focus in some of these other areas. Now, everybody's different. I'm just talking about the majority of what I see, is that this is the top priority. When really what we need to do to open the combination is maybe just reprioritize things. Instead of focusing on one tire or two tires, in order for this car to go fast, it needs to be in balance. Everything. You can't have a ball tire in that bad boy and it's a little slick outside. You can't have, it's got to all be good if you expect to run this to its potential. In order for us to run to our potential, we got to be in balance and we got to be tuned. So the thing is that maybe we need to change our priorities a little bit. And so we're going to be, deceased a lot longer than we're alive. I don't care where you're at in life or what your age is. I'm 59 years old. I done already lived the majority of my life. Okay? Really. So the thing is that it's not so much the seen that's the most valuable. It's the unseen. Because it's the unseen that matters the most. So the thing is I want to encourage you to do is not just focus on one or two areas. Focus on the other areas. What I do for me is I prioritize this here. Now, I don't go to no church. Okay, I read the Bible. I don't go to church. I don't do organized religion. My wife and I, 12, 13 years ago, stepped out of organized religion and we stepped into the pages of the Bible. We read the Bible together. We just don't go to church, take the Bible. And the thing is that we take the Bible to church, but we don't have church in our home. So we believe in having church in our home and having church with other people of like mind. So we're not an island unto ourselves, but we do live a set apart life. And that set apart life has worked out very well for us. There's a lot of peace, love, and joy. Her and I read the Bible every day, but that's very important to her, and dear to me. Okay, so that's why we put this number one. Okay, number two is mental health. Our mental health. How is that going? Am I healthy up here in my brain? So one thing to determine that is how you've been feeling. What have you been thinking about? Think about what you're thinking about. Well, I don't feel very well. I'm angry. Well, maybe because you're thinking angry thoughts. I'm pissed. Maybe because you're thinking some pissed off thoughts. Or I'm happy. Maybe because you're thinking happy. That which we sow is what we're going to reap. So a lot of times it's where we're putting our focus is going to determine how we're feeling. If you want to feel good, think good. If you want to feel good, do good. Do good to people. You'll feel better. Okay? Now, so number three, this is number three for me, and this is number four. Now, that's the way I prioritize it. So to keep things in balance for me, so I can run fast. I can, that's what I do, okay? Now, the thing is when you have these all firing on all cylinders, then you're able to do some serious stuff, okay? Because in this, for me, what I found is I have peace, I have joy, I have love, and it helps me keep things in perspective. Because this is where we start in the scene. This is where we finish here. Okay? That's where we finish at. So I want to encourage you is to make sure that your tires are in balance. And then here's another thing. I want to ask you, I look at things on a spiritual level, mental, physical, and financial. I take inventory of myself. When's the last time you've taken inventory of what you focus on? Where's most of your time spent? Just focusing on making money, getting the bag? Man, that's some shallow thinking if you ask me. Because you got relationships, you got your body, you got your mind. There's a lot of other things to think about besides just money. And I've been around some wealthy people, and some of them are just not happy because they're so scared of somebody trying to get their money, take their money, that they have an anxiety about that stuff, I guess. They're not free. Now here they may have freedom on one level. They may be financially free, but they're not free here and here. They're not free here and here. And in some cases, not free over here. So, whom the Son sets free is free indeed. So I learned something is that in the Bible it talks about, he says, I come to give you life and life more abundantly. What does that mean? He says, I come to give you life. 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 More abundantly. Okay? He says, I pray that you prosper. That's money. You need to be prosperous with money. I pray that you prosper and be in good health, physical, even as your soul prospers. And he says in his word, he says, be ye transformed by the renewing of your mind. We got to renew this thing. Sometimes we need a mental shampoo up here because we're just not thinking right. Get this right. I'm serious. Get this. Take that to heart that we need to get this thing right. In order for things to be right, we got to think right and act right, talk right, do right. Do right by our money. Do right by our bodies. Just don't put anything into your body. Read the label. A lot of it, if you got a lot of ingredients, maybe you shouldn't be putting that in your body on a consistent basis. Now, I like to munch. I got a sweet tooth sometimes. But even financially, I learned, give every name $1. Give every name $1. Don't let them dollars be homeless. Know where them dollars are going. And then spiritually, how am I doing spiritually? This here is a biggie because a lot of times you see